I sit at the computer screen, burning my retina, exploring what some call the best games of all time. I wonder, are they right? Or is nostalgia strong in the fanboys of old? Will they hate me for my takes? Will I be the jester and a fool, or a scholar? Okay, so before you burn my house down and raise your pitchforks, I don't think the entire Max Payne trilogy is all bad. The combat at times can be enjoyable, but there's a reason they're remaking Max Payne 1. Max Payne 2 holds up because they had a newer engine and way more world building, though both games lacked a certain oomph in the combat that I feel Max Payne 3 excels in. So, let me talk to you all about how Rockstar took the reins from Remedy Entertainment and made a sort of great and mediocre video game called Max Payne 3. All the way back in 2002, Remedy, who originally created Max Payne, sold the rights of the franchise to Take-Two Interactive. Then, in 2004, Take-Two confirmed that Max Payne 3 was coming. No new information was being released until 5 years later in 2009, when Rockstar Games announced that Max Payne 3 was coming out in the winter of 2009. Then, the release date was pushed back more and more, and now announced that it will be coming out in March 2012. Finally, the official release date was announced to be on May 15th, 2012, for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. During the development, Rockstar sent multiple developers to São Paulo, Brazil, to photograph its locales and collect the vibe of the city. They also 3D scanned hundreds of local people to create more authentic character models. Also, during development, there were talks about replacing James McCaffrey, who portrayed Max Payne in the first two games. They were wanting a new actor to portray an older Max, but luckily, they went with the smarter decision and kept McCaffrey. Before I start blasting about how fantastic the gunplay is, and, well, I'd like to bring up some story elements. Now, Max Payne has always been cheesy, but still had a slight dark noir twist to it. It had TV stations about Super Batboy, to odd voice acting that tried to act serious, but never had a big enough budget. It's almost charming because none of these games really took themselves extremely serious, but I'm pretty sure they were trying to.
The Finito brothers.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the pain in the butt. Pain to the max.
You're killing me. Did you make that up yourselves, or you get some wino downstairs to come up with it? Don't answer that. A rhetorical question. I got something for the boss. Lupino around?
Now, don't get me wrong. I love the dialogue and comic book aspects of the previous games, and still enjoyed how they mixed it up for the third sequel, even if it's a little overzealous in certain areas. One argument I have heard about Max Payne over the years is how they changed Max Payne too much into a pessimistic Muppet, though I have felt he's always had a skewed way of looking at things. I mean, crying out loud, he lost his wife and newborn in the first game, so if he still is a jerk or relapses a couple more times on pills, give the man a break. He's gone through the ringer. Now, I do believe the Rockstar magic, or whatever you want to call it, the GTA dialogue or something like that, kind of got rubbed into Max Payne 3. But, even though Remedy helped write it, it definitely is noticeable. And I definitely understand why people can get frustrated and or annoyed about the game. Okay, now, to the juicy parts, called gameplay. So being honest, this is the only thing I ever remember about this game, which, surprise surprise, is the actual gameplay. Payne 3 takes you through many environments and action set pieces, from the slums of Brazil, baggage claim, and the infamous New York. But no matter the location, you'll be doing one of two things: shooting and shooting in slow motion. And it is badass. Combat feels weighty and intense. Bullets rip and tear through flesh and other environmental set pieces from glass to walls. Now, I never was a fan of the run and gun style the first two games had. I felt no enemy had any tangible weight to them. They just acted like balloons being prepared to pop. And I think that is why I still like Max Payne 3, because you still need to use cover. You can't take 500 bullets and take painkillers. Pretty sure that won't stop the bleeding. One odd mechanic that really doesn't work is the last stand. Before you die, you sometimes get the chance to kill the last enemy, which gives you one last chance at clearing out the rest of the level. This is all fine and good, but sometimes the game does this. What is this? A disco? I'm not playing Call of Duty sliding my ass all over the concrete in non-slip clothing. It really is strange, and at times, humorous. Throughout gameplay, you'll hear small tidbits of music that complements the intensity of the combat. My favorite aspect of this is the song Tears by Health, being played during the raid at the airport in the very final mission.
Sort of compliment, but one I didn't need.
It caps the finale with a cherry on top, and it's peak entertainment. A man trying to escape his past with violence, while choking it all down with pills. Now, Rockstar will never be perfect developers or story writers. I mean, who really are? Everyone has a story that they want to finish or explore. And I believe Max Payne 3 achieved what I felt was needed. A final chapter. About a broken man finally letting go. It's not everyone's perfect conclusion for their favorite noir action hero, which I get. I feel the story drags a ton with unskippable cutscenes and over-exaggerated filters, but it helps skew the monotony with excellent gameplay and epic slow motion. Max Payne is fantastic, and I will cherish it for some time to come.